All the roll and go, where am I to go? Meet Johnny, where am I to go? For I'm a young and a sailor lad, and where am I to go?
Hello, and welcome to Where Am I to Go podcast. Today we are at the Rubber Chicken Museum in Seattle. I'm here with Roger. I had no idea there would be such a thing as a rubber chicken museum, but when you walk into this store, it's McPhee's.
Archie McPhee.
Archie McPhee, and the store is just amazing. So we're going to start off with the Rubber Chicken Museum, since museums is what we highlight, and they'll probably hit a lot of in the store. The store, as I can describe it, would be the ultimate novelty store.
Yes, I would say yes.
If you remember looking through the old magazines from your childhood in 1970, 1980, in the back they had all the novelties. He's got all of those plus thousands more.
Yeah, we're actually coming up on 40 years. So if you're looking at in the 80s at a catalog, it might be ours because we started in 1983.
Really?
Yep. And Mark, the owner of the store, who's been the owner this entire time, actually gained a lot of inspiration from the back of the comics magazine stuff, and
right.
He kind of built his whole.
In the back, they always had the ads, you know, like the X-ray glasses or the rubber chicken or
he's a big fan of that stuff, and so he's kind of turned that into an art form, if you will.
Yes, and it's not obvious he's a fan of it.
Oh, not at all. Yeah.
You only have 1 million items in this store.
Yeah,
anyway.
Over 10,000. Yeah, not 1 million, not quite 1 million.
It sure seems like it when you're looking at it.
Oh, absolutely.
Anyway, we are here at the Rubber Chicken Museum, and it's a small museum, but he's got quite a few rubber chickens. Why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about the collection, how it started, and basically about rubber chickens.
So there's the whole history of the rubber chicken, and we have this here. It's a piece by Kirk Damaris, who's a novelty expert and historian. We started this 5 years ago in 2018. We opened it up. We had our 5th anniversary in May. We gave out fried chicken candy to celebrate the occasion. This came about because the high priestess of rubber chickens, who is the curator, Shauna, actually was on a trip in Germany and saw a whole bunch of really amazing tiny museums all across her trip to Berlin in Germany.
Okay.
And she kind of actually was like, we could do something like that here. So she came back with a whole head full of ideas, and one of the things that we've been selling for years and years and years is rubber chickens, and being the high priestess of rubber chickens, it was kind of her brainchild, and so she kind of started accumulating and curating this small but mighty collection. It started out with a lot of things that we made or that we've had in the past, and then it kind of grew to where we have people who have donated things to the Rubber Chicken Museum.
I was going to say, I've been to a lot of museums that where when you start something like that, people go, I got one of those in the garage that I've had for years. How about if you take this one off my hands?
Yeah, the whole thing, that's why it's important to emphasize curated. It's not taking everything. It's kind of, we're taking certain particular pieces that we find interesting and then presenting them here into the museum. We're actually going to add in a rubber chicken pencil soon, but you actually got us before that.
You don't have the rubber chicken pencil?
Not in the museum. Oh. I might be able to show you offline, but for right now, it's not officially in the museum.
Okay. Can you give me the brief history of rubber chickens without reading the whole thing?
Yeah, for sure. I think that the whole concept of the rubber chicken is, why is it funny? And that's kind of the big appeal, to where it's like people don't really understand the rubber chicken and why it actually has this kind of like signature comedy thing. But it actually started out as being a representation of a dead chicken. So there's humor in death. And it's
why did the chicken cross the road?
And so it has this kind of capacity as this very dark thing, but somehow becomes the beacon of comedy. And there's something kind of poetic about that, but it starts with jesters having these chickens, and it kind of evolves over time. It ceases to be rubber at a certain point in time, and everyone thinks that a rubber chicken is rubber, but it's not. It's just called a rubber chicken. Most of the time it's made of, plastics.
Right,
or something like that, but doesn't really get through people. So our world's largest rubber chicken, a lot of people are like, well, it's not rubber. Technically it's rubberized, but Also, no rubber chickens are rubber anymore. If they were made of rubber, they wouldn't be existing today.
Right.
Yeah.
And how long have they been around? When did this fad start? Do you know?
I don't know when it started for. It started for us since the beginning, but I don't really think that there is a timetable of when. But just medieval courts, so it's all the way back in medieval times that it would be. Yeah, with court jesters having dead chickens. Yeah, and it started with that, and it grew into something beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, you did say that you had the world's largest chicken.
Yes.
We just took our picture. It'll be on the Facebook page when we release the podcast.
Absolutely.
How big is your world's biggest rubber chicken?
It's around 7 feet. I don't remember the exact height, but it is 7 feet. I remember that we actually had to increase the size of it because we've made it, actually.
Oh, did you?
It was made, yes. By people who work in-house. And so we made the world's largest rubber chicken. And then we actually realized that we saw somebody else and we're like, oh no, we have to build bigger. We have to go bigger on it. So it's a little over 7 feet tall. I'm not sure if it has grown a couple of inches over the years, but...
And standing right next to the rubber chicken that you can get your picture taken with,
absolutely,
you have the rubber chicken suit, costume, complete with rubber chicken head and feathered type costuming, yellow, of course.
It's a bold style.
It's only $140. If you've got a special event you need to go to,
I
would highly recommend getting that.
Absolutely, yeah. I believe we've actually had people. We used to go to Comic-Con for Archie McPhee, and we had some people wear it over there. It's a great cosplay, you know.
Right.
If you ever want to be a chicken.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very well. Halloween's coming up here too.
Exactly.
Anyway, so in this museum that you've got what's your oldest piece that you have in here?
The oldest piece is probably, well, that's kind of, I think that honestly it's probably the mid-90s chickens that we have here, or the early 1990s. I think that that's the oldest chicken that we have officially in the museum.
Okay.
We definitely have pieces from our entire history. We also have, I believe it would be those chickens over there, because those are chickens that we've actually had.
Okay.
And then, or they're knockoff rubber chickens, like low quality chicken. You can say that this is one that we had where it's a knockoff, so that we've made our own chickens and we've kind of done a better job. Here's one that's 1985.
Now you make your own chickens here?
We make our own chickens, Archie McPhee, yes. Archie McPhee does wholesale all across the world, and we do mail order all across the U.S. And
from this location right here?
Not from this location. So we design all of our items, not just rubber chickens, any novelty items. It could be toys, could be action figures, could be anything. We design it up north in Mukilteo, yep. So it's about.
And then you manufacture them all.
Mm-hmm, yeah, and we get them manufactured, yep.
Wow, that's just putting a whole different dimension onto this store.
Yeah, it's
because the items you have in here, I mean, 10,000 items.
We don't make everything. So we're not making the bottles and all that stuff. But at the store, yeah, we do. Most of the stuff that we sell is stuff that we design ourselves, yeah.
Okay. As we go through the store, I may ask, did you design this?
Well, you can, yeah. We can do that. Absolutely.
So, this is amazing. You've got probably, 30 rubber chickens of various sizes and styles in this one case?
Yeah, we've got pullbacks, we've got bendy rubber chickens, we've got finger puppets, we've got hand-knit rubber chickens. We've got the world's smallest rubber chicken. The world's
smallest, and this thing's not much bigger than a grain of rice.
No, it's on a Petri dish, and then if you wanted to look down, we have the world's second smallest rubber chicken right down there as well.
Okay, so you've got the world's smallest and the world's largest.
Yes.
Are you in Guinness's Book of World Record with this?
No.
That's not verified.
Here's the thing: we tried, we looked into it, but it just wasn't worth the whole rigmarole of getting it all certified with Guinness.
I guess
if they want to come here, then that's fine. But it's we've got the measurements to prove it. Let's put it that way.
There you go.
Yeah. And so over here we have a couple of signed chickens. One from J.P. Patches, who was a very popular children's show host, who was a clown who had Taiki Turkey, which was a rubber chicken.
Okay.
This is one that was actually signed by JP, and we have it on loan here from.
And is this a picture of him with his?
It is, with his
He's
type
kind
of
of got a
turkey.
stovepipe hat with a rubber turkey, I guess, which is a chicken
Yeah.
on top of his hat. Okay.
He's very popular with the Patches Pals, and so my mom is actually a Patches Pal, and so yeah, this is on loan from Kurt Hanks, and so it's a great piece that we have. And we also have Svengoolie, who is a very popular kind of he does a show where he does horror movies. And
Okay.
it's out of Chicago.
Oh,
And
okay.
so he's very popular, and people are very committed to Svengoolie, and we're lucky to have Svengoolie in the Rubber Chicken Museum.
Did he come here to sign it, or?
He did not, but he did send it personally.
Oh, well, that is way cool.
So yes, it is.
Then you've got a plate with
A haunted chicken.
haunted chicken. Okay.
Yes, exactly. And there's some stuff that you can read about it if you'd like. But yeah, let's just say that it's a little spooky.
And then a pair of socks with rubber chicken on it.
Rubber chicken socks and scarves, which are products that we've made in the past. We also have this NMS NBC rubber chicken, which is a rubber chicken that actually was. There's the rubber chicken button.
And you got a squawker button for rubber chickens.
But the MSNBC rubber chicken is, I believe they didn't have an editor for the MSNBC offices up here, and so they would actually have a rubber chicken that they'd pass around, and it would kind of be like passing the torch to whoever was in charge.
Okay.
And so over the years they've had it, and then they kind of kept it, and then once they heard that we had a rubber chicken museum, they kind of wanted to donate it, and it was a really cool big event, and there's a little picture of it in the newsroom.
There you go.
MSNBC, yeah.
Wow. Rubber chickens get around, I guess.
Yeah, they definitely do.
You got some inflatable rubber chickens. Mm-hmm. Do they squeak also?
No, not
Okay.
all rubber chickens squeak. That's the big misconception that we've had to fight over the years. Rubber chickens have not squawked normally, but over time they've actually, when they've turned into like dog toys and that kind of stuff, I feel like that's when they've added squeakers, and now everybody assumes that they have them, but they don't necessarily have them. So most of our rubber chickens don't. We have some styles that do. We have the champion chicken. We have an emotional support chicken that squawks for you. We also have the world's largest and loudest rubber chicken. Or the world's loudest, not largest and loudest, just world's loudest rubber chicken. But yeah.
You got a big rubber chicken puzzle.
Yep.
Do you guys make those?
Yep, absolutely.
Wow.
We make that. We did not make the stained glass rubber chicken. That was actually a donation. And
Jeff, it looks like he got attacked by rubber chickens.
Yeah, he did. We just love that picture of Jeff. Jeff's a former employee of the store, a longtime employee, and when we had the Rubber Chicken Museum installed, it seemed only fitting to kind of have a piece of our history up there with such an amazing picture with Jeff Graham in there.
And about 100 rubber chickens all over him.
Yep. Yeah.
And then you've got them in several different colors: green, orange, red, purple, blue.
So this is actually a piece that we built to put on top of our company van for the Pride Parade. And so we had that on top as kind of this crowning achievement on the Archie McPhee company van when we were driving, and we did the Seattle Pride Parade.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a great time.
I'll bet.
Yeah.
Well, that kind of...
It doesn't light up, no. No, it's just something to where it has the center, and then you kind of have the rainbow colors around it. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so this kind of covers the rubber chicken museum aspect of this store.
Yeah, absolutely.
But just as we get to the side, you've got another display case with a whole bunch of the old novelty items in it.
Yeah, so these are this is what we call Inside Room 6, and it's actually the owner of the company, Mark's personal collection, and these are curated Japanese novelties from the 30s to the 60s.
That's cool.
Yeah, and so they have a lot of neat different kind of toys, are ranging in dates and times, and so there's dolls, there's ray guns down there, which are super cool.
Little monkeys that beat on drums,
Yeah,
wind-up toys, I guess.
It's a whole bunch of really cool things, and then it's something to where we're toying with the idea of rotating things out, because Mark has a deep love for toys and novelties and that kind of stuff. So he actually has quite a large collection himself of items.
Wow.
So we're toying with the idea of making this a rotating thing instead of just having it be one specific item. So
Reasons to keep coming back.
Exactly,
As if the store itself isn't reason enough to come back.
And also the Rubber Chicken Museum, we keep on adding pieces in over time. So
Well, that's cool.
yeah, it's a living, breathing store.
Well, as we walk through this store, you've got your cryptozoology section here with the Wallingford Beast.
Yes, the resident cryptid. When we moved over here in 2013, I believe it was, we actually found the Wallingford Beast hanging out around there. So we gave him a home and we used to feed him cat food soap that we used to make, but unfortunately we don't have any more cat food soap. So now we just feed him, fingers and
what is it? It looks like a human cockroach cross.
Kind
That's
of.
about 2 foot long.
It's the Wallingford Beast. That's all I can give you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's an interesting looking thing.
Yeah, he's a spectacle.
You've got lots of different windshield sunscreens with cats and the rubber chickens and just lots of those are fun. In fact, I think I'm going to end up with a rubber chicken one before I leave today.
Love that. Yeah, we have a whole bunch of automotive things. We have knotters. We have the sunscreens, like you said, all over here. Very popular in the summertime, which is right around the corner. And then we also have a whole bunch of different air fresheners that have different scents and different things on them, ranging from bacon scented to orange scented to lavender, all the goods.
I saw a rack over here with Band-Aids on it. You had UFTA Band-Aids, Bigfoot Band-Aids.
Yeah, bandages, totally.
It looked like something that'd be a lot of fun for kids. Bacon bandages, sloth nurse, crazy cat lady, cowgirl, Jesus bandages.
A whole bunch of stuff.
Unicorn.
Yeah.
That's just crazy. Is this packaging something that you guys make, or is this?
Absolutely. All of this stuff. Yeah. So all of the bandages here are Archie McPhee bandages, and they're leeches, bacon, sloth nurse, so you can heal at your own pace.
Bravery. You get a medal with that one.
Exactly. So we've got a lot of
Shakespeare
fun.
insult.
Yeah, those are probably the most popular at the store. Who doesn't want to, heal with a little Shakespearean insult?
That's funny.
Yeah, and if we come this way, we've got another big thing that we're really leaning into. We have itty bitty items. So we have little tiny axolotls, we have tiny whales, Bigfoot, snails, tiny hands. We have hands that go on your fingers. We have finger hands that go onto those finger hands. And
right here with the smallest stuff, you have a microscope that is more of a monocular, I guess.
Yeah, and so we've got lots of little tiny things for people.
And the prices are so reasonable here. I mean, a lot of your items are, probably $3 to $20.
We've got a lot of affordable. We call them affordable luxuries.
Yes.
And because you don't really need anything technically in the store, but it always helps to have something just to comfort.
Well, if you're a fun person, you got to have this stuff.
And especially for something like 75 cents to get a tiny flamingo, and it really just kind of brightens up the office, the old
or
shelf.
$6.95 for a beard.
Yeah, fake beard. Who doesn't need that?
Yeah, or mustache, $1.95 for a really nice fake mustache.
Yeah, so we have over here Critter Country, so we're kind of leaning hard into critters and animals nowadays, just because I think everybody really likes cute little
finger puppets,
critters. Yeah.
And again, $2. That's
steal of a deal.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
You've got socks. You've got apparel, scarves, a little bit of jewelry, hula hoops.
All the whole works. Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
This is just an amazing store. You can walk around here and look at stuff forever.
Yeah, over 10,000 items. So you're never. I feel like even if you were here for 3 hours, you probably wouldn't see everything.
An office opossum, $25.
Over here we got some magic and tricks. Magics are, everyone's been asking for magic stuff, so we've been getting more and more magic stuff in over the years, and pranks are always a popular thing here.
Now, are these items here stuff that you make also? Or is this some of this that
a lot of this stuff is stuff that we get, and we make some of the things. So like we make the trick of the day, the fly undertaker, fly swatter, we switchblade combs. So we make some of this
droopy
stuff.
eyes,
But we don't make all of them.
fake fried eggs?
Yeah. So we got a whole bunch of different things in here. Up here is like the toy party section. So we've got a lot of different items in those.
Puzzles?
Yeah, all the puzzles here we make. We don't make these, but we make the finger monsters, the glow chamber, all these. Yeah.
And the puzzles are 1,000-piece puzzles for $17.
Hot deal.
That's just, the pricing is just really, really good. Now, do you guys sell, said you sell online?
We totally do, through McPhee.com. Yep.
McPhee.com.
Yep,
And that's
absolutely.
MCPHEE.com.
Yep.
And so you got the complete catalog and everything there.
Yeah, we don't have everything that we sell at the store online, but everything that we that is in current production is stuff that we sell online. Yeah.
Wow.
Over here, another one of the big popular things that we have are different flavors of candy, and we have them in candy cane format, and we also have them in tins of individual. But our candy canes are hot sellers. We normally come out with a few different flavors every year, and so. We haven't unveiled officially the flavors for this coming year, but we do have a lot of interesting flavors like brisket, sardines, butter candy canes,
Caesar salad,
pickle
bacon. And bacon. Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yep.
Kale.
That's
got to be a great one, the kale candy cane.
You know, you got to get your kids to eat vegetables somehow, right?
I guess that's the way to do it.
Yeah, but there's a lot of fun stuff here. I think it would probably be nice to take a look around and kind of look at stuff.
Well,
get the full view.
We will do that. I already see several things that I need to buy before I leave. So,
yeah.
Anyway, I guess we've kind of covered what you do, your store, the museum.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I appreciate your time, Roger. This has been great. I always finish out my podcast by saying the world is full of wonder.
Oh, I love
People
that.
need to get out and explore.
Yeah.
And this place is someplace you could explore for an hour or two, and you're going to lose some money when you're here. The prices are reasonable. The gifts, the gags, the items are way too much fun, and everybody have an absolutely wonder-filled day.
All the roll and go, where am I to go? Meet Johnny, where am I to go? For I'm a young and a sailor lad, and where am I to go?